How you doing? And thanks for watching. This is George over here at Wicked Warnings. As you can see, we're demonstrating some of our LED safety and strobe lighting equipment for cars, vans, buses, trucks, SUVs like this 2020 Ford Expedition, bicycles, tricycles, all the stuff in between. If you like the way this looks, you want to head on over to wickedwarnings.com and check out our Razor LED. That's what you're looking at right in the front of the grill there. We used the included brackets to mount that light. We only had to drill one small hole through the back of the grill. It was readily accessible under the hood, fairly easy installation. And when the light is removed, the hole is fairly conspicuous. Now we've got that light to set up on an alternating triple flash pattern. It also skips the speed back and forth. That's one of our unique patterns on the Razor light. Now you can set that grill light, the Razor, to do an all amber display, an all white display, or as you can see here, a combination of amber and white. You can synchronize them to do both colors together or to alternate colors like they're showing here. And you can also steady burn those, meaning that you can have the white portion come on steady without flashing if you wanted to have that feature. This particular build, we didn't need that feature, so it wasn't enabled. All of those features are set via the initial programming of the light. When you receive it, you set everything up when you install it to do all the different things that it can do. Now you can see here where we move the camera off to about a 45-degree angle. We're approximately 10 to 12 feet away from the vehicle at this moment. And the linear lens that's in the Razor produces a very good spread of light. It goes almost 180 degrees around the front end of this vehicle, so 2 grill lights are more than sufficient for this particular vehicle's needs, which is road construction and general survey construction use. Now you can see here I've just about approached 90 degrees to the vehicle. Actually, you can swing the camera a little bit more square, and that's about 90 degrees, and you can still see those lights from the side. So it's a fairly good solution to the front end of these new body Expedition trucks. The switch location we use, very similar to the F-150, and as far as permeating the firewall, very similar to the F-150 as well. And what I mean by that switch location is this one right here, as you can see to the left of the steering wheel. Of course, on the SUVs, we don't have the mirror lights. We have a hatch open and a seat fold button. That would normally be the mirror lights for the F-150s. And you can see there where we drill the switch right into that panel, and we use an illuminated switch. I went ahead and labeled it here, so it'll be a fleet vehicle. That way they can see, everybody knows that's the switch for the lights. And what I meant by the firewall is very similar to the F-150s here. You can go through that factory boot, and the way we do it is we open it up and we use a wire loom insertion tool. When you open up that boot, let me try to hold the camera and show you what I mean. Oh, sorry, earthquake. When you open this up, you can see in there it's actually 2 layers. So you can make sure you're not going to interfere with any of those factory wires. Get in there, and then you can pierce that outer layer. That's what I mean by that. Alrighty, around the back of the truck, we did something here a little different. I've got a pair of TIR3s in amber on a 75 FPM alternate flash up high there. Real standard, real uniform, widely recognized warning, the alternate amber flash. And below it, we went with a set of our HAW Duo in a low dome lens. And we did that in amber, and we picked a more aggressive, more radical ping pong pattern. I believe that's a 240 or 375 ping pong back and forth, left, right, and that just adds a little bit more movement, a little bit more urgency to the lower warning. So I like how this worked out. Now you could synchronize these lights if you wanted, make an X pattern. You could do a couple of other things too, top, bottom, side to side. But I went with this and on this particular build, and I like how it turned out. Now you can see I backed up just a little bit, and I turned off the rear light of the shop there to give you a little bit clearer picture. There we go. And those TIR3s are a powerful light. That's our Wicked Warnings TIR3 and our Wicked Warnings HAW DUO in the back there, all in amber. And those T3s are powerful. They get through the factory tint fairly well. I can tell you in real life here, it's no mistake in that light. You can definitely see it. Alrighty, since we do have the active hideaways in the reverse that stay illuminated when the hatch is open. We felt it would be all right to go ahead and mount the T3s to the inside of the hatch here up high. It also keeps them nice and close to the glass, and in this particular application allows full use of the interior. So if you had anything large that you wanted to slide into this SUV, you wouldn't have any lights hanging down, getting in the way. And because this isn't a security vehicle or any other vehicle that really needs to have the hatch open for any extended length of time, we were okay with mounting it like this. Now, if you work with your hatch open often, you may want to go ahead and mount your lights from the ceiling down on the inside here, so that way when the hatch is open, you still see the lights. This is the decision that we make on each vehicle as a case-by-case basis after we talk with the owner of the vehicle about how they use it, what they use it for, and what their preference would be in the situation with whether the lights be mounted on the hatch and ran through the factory grommets, as you can see, or they're mounted inside the vehicle. So yeah, it's just a little closer shot. Now you can see the parking lights illuminated there because I just closed the hatch. They'll shut off in a second, but now you can kind of see those T3s a little bit better and a little bit nicer, the placement where they are. So thank you again for watching Wicked Warnings. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got a new Expedition and you'd like to do this package, in the rear, we can do a whole lot of colors. We've got all 5 colors of the TIR3, so if you wanted green or red or blue or any other color, we have it. And below it in the Hideaway, we've even got 6 colors. You can even do a purple in the Hideaway, and we do have another vehicle, an Expedition, that we did a purple setup in. So be sure to check that video out if you want to see a similar Expedition with purple and white warning instead of amber. Thanks again for watching. Drop a comment, hit that like button, do me a favor, and ring that bell, subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon. Wicked Warnings.